Boundaries are the invisible lines we draw to protect our physical, emotional, and mental space. They are the limits we set to define what we will and will not accept from others. Boundaries are essential for our well-being. They allow us to preserve our energy, time, and resources. Without healthy boundaries, we risk burnout, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. Imagine a garden without a fence. Anyone can walk in, trample the flowers, and take what they want. Boundaries are like that fence, protecting our delicate inner landscape. They allow us to cultivate a space where we can thrive. Just as a fence protects a garden, boundaries protect our hearts and minds. When we set boundaries, we are essentially saying, this is what I value. This is what is important to me. This is where my limit is. These limits are not about controlling others. They are about taking care of ourselves. They are about honoring our own needs and priorities. Boundaries are not selfish. They are a form of self-respect. When we set boundaries, we are saying that we deserve to be treated with consideration. We are saying that our needs and feelings matter. We are saying that we are worthy of love and respect. Saying no can be surprisingly hard. We live in a society that often praises people-pleasing and self-sacrifice. We are taught to be nice, accommodating, and helpful. While these qualities are valuable, they can become problematic when they come at the expense of our own well-being. Many of us struggle with the fear of disappointing others. We worry that saying no will damage relationships or make us seem selfish. We may have been raised in environments where setting boundaries was discouraged or even punished. We may have learned to associate saying no with negative consequences. The tendency to say yes when we mean no often stems from a deep-seated desire for approval. We want to be liked, loved, and accepted. Saying yes can feel like an easy way to gain validation and avoid conflict. However, constantly saying yes can leave us feeling drained, resentful, and disconnected from our own needs. Saying no is not selfish. It is an act of self-care. It is about recognizing your limits and honoring your own needs. When you say no to something that doesn't align with your values or priorities, you are saying yes to yourself. You are saying yes to your well-being, your time, and your energy. Think of it this way. You have a limited amount of time and energy each day. When you say yes to something, you are essentially saying no to something else. You are saying no to rest, to relaxation, to spending time with loved ones, or to pursuing your own goals. Saying no is about making conscious choices about how you spend your precious resources. It is about prioritizing your own well-being so that you can show up as your best self in all areas of your life. Section 4. The art of saying no. Practical tips for graceful refusal. Saying no can, honestly, be an art form. It's about finding that sweet balance between being assertive and, being kind. Here are some practical tips for saying no gracefully. Keep it simple and direct. You really don't need to over-explain or apologize for your decision. A simple, no thank you, or I'm not able to commit to that right now is often, more than enough. Offer alternatives. If you're not able to fulfill the request as it is, maybe see if there's a way you can compromise. For instance, you could offer to help at a later date or even suggest someone else who might be able to assist. Be honest but kind. If you're feeling overwhelmed or honestly you just don't want to do something, it's okay to be upfront about it. That said, always strive to be respectful and understanding in how you communicate. And of course, practice makes perfect. Saying no might feel a little uncomfortable at first, but trust me, it gets easier with practice. Start small, say no to little requests, and, over time, work your way up to the bigger ones. Section 5. Navigating guilt. Overcoming the fear of saying no. Guilt? It's such a common emotion that can creep up after you've said no. We might worry that we've let someone down or that they're, upset with us. But here's the thing, it's really important to remind yourself that guilt is a natural emotion. But it doesn't mean you've done something wrong. One way to move past guilt is to reframe your thinking. Instead of dwelling on what you might be missing out on, try to focus on the benefits of saying no. Remind yourself that, by doing so, you're actually honoring your own needs and priorities. It's also worth remembering that you're not responsible for other people's emotions. You can't control how someone else feels, but you can absolutely control how you respond to them. If someone reacts negatively to your boundary, try to stay calm and assertive. Explain your reasoning clearly, and, of course, respectfully. Section 6. Boundaries in action. Real-life scenarios and solutions. Let's walk through some real-life situations where setting boundaries can feel, well, a bit tricky. Scenario 1. A friend asks you to help with a time-consuming event. Without boundaries, you might reluctantly agree, even though you're already feeling totally overwhelmed. With boundaries, you could respond with something like, "Thanks for thinking of me. I'm swamped right now, but I wish you all the best with the event." Scenario 2. Your boss asks you to take on extra work outside your job description. Without boundaries, you accept the work, but deep down you feel resentful and maybe even taken advantage of. With boundaries, you could say, "I'm happy to help where I can, but that task falls outside my current role. Perhaps we can discuss adjusting my workload or finding someone else to assist." Scenario 3. A family member expects you to be available at their beck and call. Without boundaries, you might constantly drop everything to accommodate their requests, neglecting your own needs in the process. With boundaries, you could say, "I love you, but I'm not available to talk right now. I'll call you back later this evening."